There is a new builder base challenge live in game at the moment, and if you follow the simple tips and tricks I give you for each challenge, you'll earn yourself the first ever builder base skin. If you look at the bottom right of your builder base, you'll see this double axes Bonanza challenge event, and in this video today you're going to get the simple and easiest guide for taking down every builder hall level, builder hall 2 to 10. Builder hall 2 starting off pretty easy, 2 archers on the double cannon, 1 archer on the regular cannon, and then spam 3 barbs down the bottom, and you are just going to overwhelm this base. Not a lot it can do to stop this. But yeah, this one's a bit easier, but trust me, it does get a little harder later on. So let me know if this challenge helps you. But yeah, this is a really cool challenge. Some really sick rewards, including a new skin in the builder base. But we'll get to that at the end of the video. Builder Hall 2 done. Let's move on to the next one. As I said in the last level, this one's really difficult, so I want you to watch the time in here. I'll try and keep up with everything. So an archer at 9 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock, one after another. You just sit here for a moment. Now, some of the time the archer at the top does not get the firecracker and paths stupidly. If that happens, restart the challenge. That archer's got to get rid of the firecracker. As soon as that archer at the top gets rid of the second building, place an archer on the elixir storage here, and shortly after that, place the beta minion down. And as soon as this firecracker goes down, you've got to place the giant so it tanks those bombs and the double cannon rather than the archers. And as soon as the giant is tanking the archer tower, place your final minions on the back end. Use the boxer block to negate the crusher. Now, if you do this perfectly, the crusher won't get a shot off on the boxer giant. Unfortunately for me here, that doesn't really work out for us. And essentially, this is just about the minions cleaning up the back end of the base, and we do that quite nicely. So don't be too discouraged if you don't get this first time. It actually took me 2-3 goes to get this. It's just all about getting the timing right, and if you get it right, you will survive these beta minions taking down the rest of the base, and that is a really nice go for us there. Hopefully that helps you guys with the challenge. Let's move on to the next one. Here is the Builder Hall 4 challenge. We get the baby drag here, and you'll notice that the air bombs and firecracker on one side of the base, so we're going to target that. Put the archer in between the elixir storage and the army camp. When that elixir storage is half HP, put an archer on the elixir collector, then an archer to target the Tesla, and use the giant to tank for all of that. Use the wall breaker bomb ability immediately, and look at that. We've opened the whole base. We're about to use the boxer block ability here, just to make sure it's got plenty of HP. We got the archer on the left side. That will get rid of the air bombs with the giant, and then the 2 archers and the bomber at the top will get rid of the firecracker. And as soon as the archer tower starts shooting the giant, that's when you come in with the baby drag, because this baby drag's got to get rid of the archer tower, because after that there is nothing air targeting left on the base. Baby drag's doing its thing. You love it. Use the fiery cone to weaken all the defenses. Now, the baby drag will be the only troop to live throughout this challenge. That's just how it's going to work. But time is not an issue. As you can tell, we've got 1 whole minute left, so the baby drag's going to just go around the edge. We'll just speed this up quickly. And here we go, the final building going down. 25 seconds, plenty of time left. Let's go on to the next one. The Builder Hall 5 challenge introduces the cannon cart, and this is obviously going to be one of probably the most used troops, at least when the update drops. Well, it has dropped, but shortly after at least. So let's have a look at what this cannon cart is doing here. So just using it on the left side, because there's this double archer tower, you can outrange it. So as soon as the clock tower goes down, we use the mortar mode, and look at this, we're going to get rid of that double archer tower for free. Now, as soon as this archer tower is about half HP, use the battle machine and the wall breaker ability, and look, it opens up the whole base. And then shortly after, kind of once the gold storage goes down, deploy your giant. Meanwhile, you need to be looking at your cannon cart constantly. So you let it move after it takes down the double archer tower, and then yet again into mortar mode to take out the cannon cart, the double cannon, sorry. Use the boxer block to negate the double cannon on defense, and we're just charging up our battle machine ability here. Mortar mode still doing good stuff. It will get rid of that air defense. Now, you never want to place this baby drag with less than a minute to go. I place it with 59 seconds to go, and this attack actually gets quite close on time because the cannon cart is quite slow. As soon as the cannon cart puts that question mark up, I shorten the range. Yes, the defensive cannon will get a shot at it, but that's okay. It won't take it down. The baby drag's putting in work. I use my battle machine ability. it will help. I should have used my Fiery Cone ability on the Baby Drake here. That might have kept my battle machine alive, because this actually ends up getting rather close on time here. But yeah, it's just about maximizing your Baby Drake ability here, just getting as much damage done as possible. The Cannon Cart's going to go wrap around. It normally does this and get some extra damage for us. Can I get this Baby Drake ability to work? No, it doesn't hit the Archer Tower. That was kind of unfortunate. Not really much we can do. But yeah, you might time fail this once. That's probably the only downside of this plan. But we do get this with about 4 or 5 seconds left. As I said, always place the Baby Drake before 1 minute to go and you'll be fine. Here is Builder Hall 6 and we finally get to use the Night Witches. And they're pretty fun to use, but you're going to start with 2 archers on either side here, either after the Star Laboratory or the gold, or the storages, sorry. Then you're going to use the 2 Boxer Giants in front with the 2 Night Witches behind, and you need this battle machine to go in. We use the Boxer abilities straight away because they're tanking 4 defenses, right? It's probably worth it to negate that damage early on. The Giant Bomb in the middle got set off by the battle machine, which is perfect. 1 Night Witch goes to the outside here, which is not normal, but not much we can do about that. And I'm waiting for this Roaster to go down. As soon as the Roaster goes down, you'll notice I use basically 3 abilities simultaneously. So the 2 Night Witch abilities, here we go. Look at the Rage Bats. Woo! They take down the Crushers so quickly. Even with the Firecrackers there's not much they can do. They just get completely overwhelmed. And yeah, look, we've got 2 Night Witches up. We've got our battle machine up. This must be absolutely wrecked. And it is, except for one thing. There's a stage 2. We open up stage 2 here at Builder Hall 6. But thankfully, this stage 2 is kind of easy. So we use the 1 Boxer Giant that we get in our reinforcement camp, pop the ability immediately, then the battle machine. And I'm going to tell you this, you can triple this with just the Boxer Giant and your battle machine. If none of your Night Witches live, you're still fine. Don't really panic too much, because the Boxer Giant will just tank forever, especially if you use his ability forever, and the what's his name, battle machine can take down the rest. But thankfully for me, I had 1 archer and 2 Night Witches left, which means I wrecked this one even more. But yeah, don't worry too much if you don't have all the troops. Yeah, this one goes down fairly easily, but really cool. So all the challenges from here on in, you're gonna have to get 6 stars in to get it all down. The Builder Hall 7 challenge might be the easiest challenge of them all. So we're going to start off with the battle machine, start it on the gold mine, and its job is just to go around the edge here, and then it will beat the wall to take down the air bombs there for us. So it's just about taking down the rest of the base. As you can tell, we get to use the dropship here because there's only 2 archer towers left on this base. So as soon as this battle machine goes and hits the elixir collector, you're going to put 4 super minions, 4 beta minions on each of these buildings you see here, and then 1 dropship in front to tank the archer tower. Some of the time it'll pass to the archer tower, some of the time it won't, but they'll be tanking the archer towers, and we are chilling. I'm deliberately not using my battle machine ability yet, because we're nowhere near the air bombs. If the air bombs is going to start hitting our troops, then maybe use it. But yeah, as you can tell, was no need there. And everything is going to go down just in time, because you don't want our battle machine to fight the Crusher. And I mean, look at this. It's just completely wrecked. I'm not even sure a troop died here. So yeah, that one's pretty easy to take down. Just all about the timing with the beta minions. There is a second stage, obviously. Let's see what this second stage is like. So open it up here. This is a bit more of an anti-air base, but we've got an air army. So what am I going to do? I place the battle machine right in the corner of the base, because I want that ability to charge up whilst he is walking over. So put him in the corner of the base, and now we're just going to be patient, because we need the battle machine to tank this roaster, because the roaster is really bad against air attacks. So we're just waiting here. And then as soon as the first defense goes down, we're just going to spam on the top side all our troops. Beta minions first, then the dropship second. We use our battle machine ability on the left side, and it puts in so much work. And look at this. Pretty wrecked. We have so many troops up. As I said, this challenge is pretty easy. Hopefully that crack works nicely for you. There are a few air traps that make this a little close, but there was never really in doubt. The Build a Hall 8 challenge is kind of weird. This will be the only challenge I say today where there could actually be a better way to take this down. I don't really know, but this absolutely works. It's a weird challenge. So start 2 Boxer Giants on the corners, a P.E.K.K.A behind each of them, and then the Battle Machine down the center like this. And so what you want is, once this giant cannon goes down, you'll have a Boxer Giant go left and a Boxer Giant go right like this. It's absolutely perfect. And this is just about negating the crushes. So notice I use the Boxer Giant abilities, and then my number 3 P.E.K.K.A up the top, I use the Overcharge ability right away, and that does so much damage to the Crusher, takes it down easily. I probably should have used the Overcharge on my other P.E.K.K.A on the bottom, but definitely use it on the P.E.K.K.A on the top, and yeah, it's just, you just take out the base, use your Battle Machine ability when you want. Now, because these Teslas were here, and I thought they were going to take down my Boxer Giant, I decided to use 2 Barbs to take the Teslas down. Just worth it, especially if it means I can keep a Boxer Giant alive for Phase 2 or Stage 2. But yeah, Battle Machine has heaps of health, and I'm going to tell you this is a bad thing. You actually want your Battle Machine to take as much damage as possible in this first stage. Why is that, you ask? Because when we go to the second stage, we see the troops are moving on over. We will not have the Battle Machine in our army comp. We have the Battle Copter. So yeah, you want the Battle Machine to take as much damage rather than the Giants. So you'll also notice in the first stage, I didn't use 1 P.E.K.K.A and I didn't use 2 Barbs, because you kind of want to save that for Phase 2. So place the Battle Copter like this, use 2 Beta Minions to funnel in, and the Battle Copter is just going to take out the core of the base. And essentially what's left here is the Town Hall and that Firecracker that we're going to take down with our Boxer Giants, the P.E.K.K.A that we didn't use the last time, and our Barbs. So I'm just being really patient. And then at about 1:30 or slightly less, just kind of spam everything in. Use the Barbs to funnel. Unfortunately, I might have to use a second Barb because they weren't raged, because they were raged in the first attack. And then I use 1 P.E.K.K.A ability to get rid of the Zappies there. It doesn't actually get rid of all of them, so I use the second ability as well. And the P.E.K.K.A is just going to do its thing. I'm not sure if it gets rid of the Roaster. Some of the time it does, some of the time it doesn't, but the Roaster's not going to take down the Battle Copter. I think I used the Battle Copter ability at some point during that. Doesn't really matter. You can tell this is kind of an easy triple. Just as long as you have enough troops left for the ground kill squad for the Town Hall and the Firecracker, then this hit goes down really easy. Nice one for us. Let's move on to Build a Hall 9. Build a Hall 9, and we finally get to use the Hog Gliders. Now, watch where I place the Battle Machine at the start here. You want to place it in almost the exact same tile. So coming in here, just right of center. So it still goes for the cannon second, but then it's going to go the right rather than the left. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me as well. The Hog Gliders have such a loud sound effect, but I kind of love it. Now, as soon as the king goes to the right here, place your P.E.K.K.A down, then 1 hog on each of those exterior defenses, and on the other side, 2 hogs. Use the Battle Machine ability early, because it's got to deal with the Crusher, and look at that, gets it down really easily. And the hogs are going to come in. The hogs on the top side are just going to get those 2 defenses down. Our Battle Machine is barely alive here. This is actually quite close, but we've got a lot of Hog Gliders, and the Battle Machine being barely alive is fine, because you'll see we're not using the Battle Machine in Phase 2 for this one. So I've got 4 hogs left over. Now, if you're worried about your Hog Gliders, you can probably use 1 or 2 extra on this stage, but I found that using 1 on each of the right side defenses and 2 on each of the left side defenses works perfectly every single time. But yeah, plenty of juice left in this one. We didn't even lose a troop in the end, right? No, we didn't. There is 1 hog on like 0 HP, but yeah, didn't lose a troop. So that's really nice for us. Moving on to Phase 2. But this Phase 2 is a little mental, so get ready for this. You're going to have to make the most of these Hog Gliders. So we switch out for the Battle Copter, and obviously we're going to use the Battle Copter on the bottom of the base here, because there's nothing air targeting here, and we're just going to let it do its thing for the moment. And essentially this plan boils down to Battle Copter at the bottom. You're going to use the Boxer Giant and the P.E.K.K.A at the top to deal with the Crusher and the Roaster, and then use the hogs to get rid of all the other defenses. So we use a couple of hogs on the side here, and you're going to use both of these abilities at the top right now. The overcharge to do damage to the crusher, and the boxer block so that our giant is chilling. I use my battlecopter ability during this, and now we're using our actual hog gliders. So we use the hogs at the start. Those are the hogs we used in the previous battle. Now we use the hog gliders on the firecrackers because these are the important defenses to go down, and we just have too many hogs. Just going to overrun this base. Now, there is one archer up being a little bit pesky, but that will go down. The P.E.K.K.A will more than handle that. And yeah, plenty of hogs going down. You just want to overwhelm this base. The battlecopter does good damage to all the zappies. And yeah, if you fail this once, don't feel too bad. But you essentially, yeah, battlecopter bottom, giant and P.E.K.K.A top, and then overwhelm the rest with your hogs and hog gliders. Here is the Builder Hall 10 challenge. A lot's going to be happening here. Keep up. So immediately place an Electrify Wizard. You do it immediately because the timing of the guard post troops is best. So deploy your E-Wiz immediately. Change mode slightly left of center. As soon as your Electrify Wiz targets the guard post, place another one on the left. The one on the left is so crucial. It will take down the Mega Tesla. The Electro Wiz goes to the right, or Electrify. As soon as it takes down the army camp, place a giant to tank the multi-mortar. Doesn't matter if the giant takes a hit here from the crusher, that's fine. And then place your P.E.K.K.A and your battle machine at the top. Save onto one boxer giant. You don't need both of them at the moment. So we're just kind of coming through here. And this last giant is used to tank the outside defenses just in case one of your E-Wizzes becomes vulnerable. So you see, this cannon on the right would have targeted the Electrify Wiz because the giant died. The first giant died. So I placed the second giant to tank the cannon, and that keeps our Electrify Wizard alive. I decide not to switch them to the Inferno mode here because there's such good chains throughout the base. But you can absolutely switch it if you'd like. But you definitely need those chains at the start. That sets up this entire plan. Those electro chains. So we get down stage 1, and I've only lost a giant. You can get away with this if you lose one giant and one E-Wiz. But you can't get away with it if you lose a baby drag. So what we're going to do, baby drag on the healing hut, and then the other baby drag plus one archer to deal with both Teslas. And what you want from this little opener is to get rid of the lava launcher and the crusher. So the baby drag on the bottom, its job's to get rid of the lava launcher. Baby drag on the right gets the crusher and the double cannon. Look at that. Really nice opener. Then we use the giant. P.E.K.K.A on the top side if it's still alive. Otherwise, just use sneaky archers. Then use the battle machine with the two E-Wiz behind. We've got him on Inferno mode because there's no point in the Electro mode yet. However, we will switch to Electro mode right now because look at the chains we can get off the air bombs here. Woo! Zappy's gone as well. I used my P.E.K.K.A ability to deal with the double cannon, and this base is pretty wrecked. We've got a battle machine ability as well. So you might not have as many troops as I do for stage 2 here, but still use those two baby drags the exact same, and the ground kill squad will destroy it. On the right now, you can see the rewards you get. Builder Gold, Builder Elixir, Clock Tower Potion, Hero Potion, and then we get this new skin. Look at this. So we'll open up our battle machine now. We will change skin, and let's have a look at this. Oh, I actually have to select it. Well, that's awesome. Let's see it in action. And there we go, our first ever builder-based skin. And doesn't this look sick? It swings around. That's a really cool animation. And the only way you can get this is by completing the Bonanza challenge. So hopefully my guide today helped you. Before we end this video, I do want to watch and see what its ability is like. I'm so curious to see this. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if this helped you. I really hope it did. Let's do this ability. Woo! That's so cool. That is genuinely such a cool skin. I love it. I hope you guys get it. Wish you all the best in the challenges, and let me know if you're enjoying Builder Base 2.0. I love it. Think it's going to be awesome, and I look forward to grinding more content. Now, if this video goes live, it should mean that I might be live on YouTube at the moment, so make sure to check the channel. And if you're live, jump in the chat now and say hi. But yeah, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe I'll see you soon.